So what if I told you that one of the most powerful things you can do for your health isn't about adding something to your life, but taking something away? We're about to dive deep and break down exactly what happens inside your body, day by day, during a 5-day water fast.
And that brings us to the big question, right? If you ate no food for 5 whole days, would you starve or would you actually heal? I mean, we're so used to eating constantly that the idea just sounds completely extreme. But what if it's not about deprivation at all? What if it's about unlocking this ancient, powerful ability your body already has to repair and rejuvenate itself from the inside out?
Okay, so let's get to the heart of the problem. Our modern way of eating, 3 meals a day plus snacks, is totally out of sync with how our bodies were built. Genetically, we evolved for periods of feast and famine, not a constant 24/7 drip of food. This modern approach, well, it just leaves our genes confused. Fasting, in a way, is simply getting back to how our bodies are actually designed to work.
So here's our roadmap for this whole journey. We'll start by reframing this as healing, not starving. Then we're going to walk through the incredible transformation, from flipping the switch on days 1 and 2, to the massive turning point on day 3, the deep repair on day 4, and then the super important rebuild on day 5. And finally, we'll look at the amazing potential this whole thing unlocks.
First up, we need to understand that fasting is really about healing, not starving. And the key to all of this is supporting your body correctly as it shifts gears from burning food to firing up its own incredible repair mechanisms.
So how do you actually do this the right way? Well, it's all about supporting your body. To dodge those nasty side effects like fatigue or muscle cramps, you've got to supplement with key electrolytes. We're talking sea salt, potassium, and magnesium, along with some B vitamins. See, your body doesn't store these for very long, and you'll be flushing out a lot of water at first. So trust me, replenishing them is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to feel great through this.
And what can you drink? Well, tons of water, of course, and a little squeeze of lemon is totally fine. Naturally decaffeinated tea is great. A little bit of black coffee in the morning, also okay. The one thing you probably want to avoid is apple cider vinegar. It can just be a little too acidic on your system when things are already getting concentrated.
All right, let's get into the first couple of days. This is where your body makes a massive shift. It literally flips a metabolic switch and enters a completely new state of operation. It's pretty amazing.
Now, as you can see on this timeline, this whole transformation is a step-by-step process. We're starting with day 1, which is all about burning through your body's immediate fuel, that sugar. But day 2 is where the magic really starts to happen, because 2 incredibly powerful processes, ketosis and autophagy, finally kick in.
So on day 1, your body immediately taps into its emergency sugar stash, which is called glycogen. Now, here's a cool fact. For every molecule of glycogen, your body holds on to 3 molecules of water. So as you burn through that sugar, you also lose a ton of water weight. We're talking sometimes a few pounds in a single day. This whole process also drops your insulin levels, which is the key that finally unlocks your fat stores for fuel.
Then, by day 2, something kind of wild happens. Your appetite can completely disappear. Now, I know that sounds impossible, but it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Why? Because you are still eating. You're just eating your own body fat, which happens to be one of the most efficient and satisfying fuels you can use. And since your digestive system gets a break, your body can focus all that extra energy elsewhere.
And this brings us to ketosis. This is that metabolic state where your body is cranking out these things called ketones from fat. And let me tell you, this isn't just some backup fuel. It's a premium upgrade, especially for your brain. So many people report this feeling of incredible focus and mental clarity they haven't felt in years.
At the exact same time, another amazing process kicks in: autophagy. The best way to think of it is as your body's internal recycling program. It's one of its most powerful anti-aging tools. It literally takes old, damaged, junky cells and proteins and breaks them down into raw materials to build new, healthy tissue. It's cellular spring cleaning.
Now we get to day 3. And this is the major turning point. Right around the 72-hour mark, your body hits peak transformation, and some of the most profound benefits start to unlock.
By day 3, your brain is just loving life. It's running almost entirely on that clean, high-efficiency ketone fuel. People often report feeling euphoric, happy, and incredibly sharp. Your mood gets a boost, and your thoughts just become crystal clear.
And here's a huge reason why. Fasting can trigger a massive increase in something called BDNF, that's brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it like fertilizer for your brain. It supports the growth of new brain cells and expands your capacity for learning. A potential 400% increase. I mean, that is just astounding. But really, the biggest headline for day 3 is this. At the 72-hour mark, you literally get a reset of your entire immune system. This is an absolute game changer.
So how in the world does this happen? Well, first, autophagy clears out all the old, worn-out white blood cells. Then, your thymus gland, which is like the boot camp for your elite immune T cells, it actually starts to regrow. Your body also ramps up stem cell production, getting them ready to build a brand new immune system the moment you eat again. And all the while, your gut lining is finally getting a much-needed vacation to heal and repair itself.
Okay, moving into day 4, the benefits just keep compounding. Your body is now in a state of deep cellular repair, running in what you could call maximum efficiency mode.
By day 4, hunger is just a distant memory. Fat burning is at its absolute peak. But what's really important is what's happening deep inside your cells. These powerful longevity genes are being switched on. Inflammation plummets, and autophagy goes into total overdrive, cleaning up everything from viruses and bacteria to plaque in the brain and even precancerous cells.
And finally, we hit day 5. You've unlocked all these incredible benefits, but what you do next is, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe the most critical part of the whole process. This is the grand rebuild, and it all comes down to how you reintroduce food.
This quote right here says it all perfectly. Your entire digestive system has basically been asleep for 5 days. You can't just throw a giant meal at it. You have to wake it up gently, slowly.
So here are the rules for refeeding. You got to start small, like with only a quarter of your normal calories for that first meal. Pick something really easy to digest, like bone broth, a light soup, maybe a small avocado. Then wait a few hours before you eat again. And this is critical. Absolutely do not have sugar or refined carbs. Your body is in grow and rebuild mode, so you want to give it the highest quality building blocks you can find, things like grass-fed beef and pasture-raised eggs.
So after this whole 5-day journey, what's the lasting impact? Really, it's all about unlocking your body's incredible, untapped potential for healing.
The real takeaway is this. This 5-day journey has activated protective genes that might have stayed dormant your entire life. These are genes that protect your DNA, your mitochondria, and your brain. So the real question isn't just about the fast itself. It's about what comes after. Once you've reset your system this profoundly, what other healing potential is now waiting to be unlocked inside you?